discussion. So if I can invite Dr. Kamga to take the podium, and we're going through in the order as in the program.
All right, and thank you, James. I hope I know how this works. Okay, I'm Kamil Kamga from City University of New York, and I'm actually acting director of the University Transportation Research Center. So my task today is to give you a little bit about all the resources that we have at the center. As you see, the university is really a consortium of 16 universities, mostly major universities in New York, New Jersey, and Puerto Rico. And most of the universities have what we call a huge transportation programs. So it's a consortium of those universities that we meet and doing research related to transportation field. And all the modes of transportation are actually involved, except in aviation that we're not doing that much. Because the fund of the UTC program that is administered by RITA, the Research and Innovative Transportation Administration at USDOT, come actually from FAWA and FTA. Our team at the UTRC is planning and managing of the transportation systems. So we're doing a lot of research. We're working with a lot of agencies in New York and New Jersey and Puerto Rico. So we're helping them we're doing conferences. We're working on most of the issue of planning for New York City Department of Transportation, the New York State Department of Transportation, the New Jersey Department of Transportation, the MTA, and the Port Authority. I see, in planning, we work also with our MPOs, the Metropolitan Transportation Organization in New York. We get involved to a lot of events. Also, we hosting events. We holding seminars and workshops for those agencies. We're helping also, like I said, we're planning and management. We help them manage the system, operating their system. And the picture shows the former Lieutenant Governor of New York that we did a study for him. At the bottom also you see the CEO for the MTA. We're holding a meeting, we're trying to advise them about their systems. Response to change, since 9/11, our team, we added, because now when you plan, you manage, you have to take in account security. That became a big issue after 9/11. And New York is really a concern. So all our study, everything that we're doing, whatever you're doing, we have to factor security into it. So since 9/11, so the world has changed, and financial also, everything has changed. So it's a dynamic world, and we have to take that into account. So the regional partner agency that we have the New Jersey Department of Transportation, the New York Metropolitan Transportation Council, NIMTEC, that's the MPO of New York City, the New York State Department of Transportation, Metropolitan Transportation Authority that manage the subways and some bridges in New York City, the Port Authority of New York that deal with the airports, the 3 major airports plus Stewart, and also the bridges across New York and New Jersey. New Jersey Transit, New York City, DOT, the Taxi and Limousine Commission. The Taxi and Limousine Commission, we did a lot of work for them, in order also for the new contract that for the vendor of the GPS. They came to the center for advice, trying to use the data to provide them a lot of information about how the system works, how New York City, the travel time on the street of New York City, trying to use those information, those GPS data, to get information about how the city, how is the flow of travel, of trip in the city and travel. And a lot of other agencies. And recently we did some study at the airport at JFK for some airline company, actually who was having interest to see how the customer trying to improve the customer experience at the terminal. And most of the customer experience was also involved the taxi. The waiting time of the taxi, trying to reduce the queue of waiting the taxi at the airports. The University Transportation Research Center have, as a consortium of many universities, bring a lot of resources for those universities. So at Rutgers University, we have the Alan Voorhees Transportation Center. We have the Center for Advanced Infrastructure and Transportation at Rutgers also. Center for Infrastructure, Transportation, and the Environment at IPI. Center for Thermal Spray Research at Stony Brook. So all those are the resources that actually come through the UTRC consortium. The Lighting Research Center at IPI, who do a lot of research on light, and the National Center for Transportation Industrial Productivity at NGIT. Other research partners, we have the National Transit Institute at Rutgers, that is a federal research center. At Puerto Rico, we have a technology transfer center. We're doing a lot of workshops, seminars, and some training. The Cornell Local Road Program participating into the UTRC Center. And at CUNY, we have the Universal Transportation and Modeling Simulation Center, where we develop a lot of more there for transportation. The UTC program is a federally administered program, and the mandate of the UTC program that stands for University Transportation Center is education, research, and technology transfer. Those are the three goals. And education activity, we have a lot of programs that we're doing. It's really multidisciplinary coursework. So if you look at the list over there, it's not just everything related to civil engineering. We have economic, we have urban planning, we have chemical, we have computers, you have nano science involved, and we're working closely also with the nanotech Albany, who did a lot of stuff on nanoscale. Forest and natural resources, getting involved, biology, and New York State have interest into the amphibia, the reptile crossing the roads. So we're working with the forest and natural resources to do that type of research. We have a lot of student participation. We really want to give experience to the students to get involved into research. And most of the research, we always encourage the faculty to get the students so they can have experience into doing that. The UTC program also have a distance learning program, online classes, where they provide certifications. So in order to participate, you can have more information at transleader.org. So it's a national program for certification, and it's online. And most of the courses are given with among most of the universities that are participating into the program. It's national. That means you can take, that gives you the means to take a course, maybe you're in California, to take a course in New York and get a certification. Also, an education activity, we have a memorial on September 11, where we're providing scholarship to students on the name of three employees of Nintec who lost their life on 9/11. On Friday, on Thursday, on September 15, we have a commemoration of that. We're providing stipend internship up to $34,000 to students to do a project working with one of the member agencies of NIMTEC. We also have an Advanced Institute for Transportation and Education program that provides scholarship to employees of agency who would like to continue their education, maybe get a master, and also for full-time students. Technology transfer. Most of the research have to be how we take it from research to the field. So we use our website. So all the report of the center is posted on the website, And you can have access, you download it for free. We're using public fund, so you can, all those reports are free. Just visit uchrc.org, www.uchrc2.org. We also do a lot of assistantship to stakeholders. The New York State Department of Transportation, any issue, high topic that they have, they come to us for advice, for advisory. We hold some conference on PPP. We hold some conference on gas tax. Those are the issues that the state would like to investigate, so they come to us and we can hold a conference on that. We have also what we call the visiting scholar seminars, when we bring experts into the region to talk about any topic of interest into the region. So the recent speaker of the visiting scholar seminars, you can see Michael Brown from the UK, who spoke about freight, urban freight. We have Dr. Walton from Texas, also who was one of the previous speakers. Research is one of the biggest things that we're doing at UTRC. We're doing a lot of agency initiative research. Most of the agency, when they have issues, they come to the consortium for solutions. So we help them developing some problem statement. We're developing the IFP that we're circulating among our members. All the research are awarded competitively, so the university of the consortium actually compete to conduct those research. We have also research initiated by the faculty of the consortium, and this lists some of the recent research that we did. We work also with private sector. We have research also working with IBM, we're working with Cisco. We have one ongoing now for the MTA, for New York City Transit, where we're trying to bring some new technology into the station in New York. So moving forward, we're looking to work with the IATR and help you guys, any problem statement that you have, and the consortium, we have a lot of resources, and we can help you develop your research program. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Camille. I'm going to invite, ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions, could you please jot them down and store them to the end of our short presentations. It's my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Ray Mundy, well known in the field, and I'll pass over to you, Ray.
James, thank you. Take it you all can hear out there. I talk loudly to start with and give me a mic, and we're really in bad shape. But I'm going to do something for me is very unusual. If anyone's seen our presentations and worked with any cities that we have, I always have PowerPoints. I always have data, reams of data, just tons of it. But I'm going to dispense with that. Giving 5 academics and even Matt on a program and trying to keep us on time is a tall order, an impossible order. But I'm going to try just to take the 10 minutes and say instead of a specific research project or data that we've had, I would like to sort of summarize, if you will, in 3 or 4 points, 35, 40 years of 70-some meetings of the Airport Ground Transportation Association, dozens of taxi studies over the year, probably about a dozen in the last 10 years, and say, gee, you know, your gray hair and your age, there should be something that you learned over all that period of time. There should be something that you can share that may be significant. And I don't know if it is or not. We'll put it out there and see if it resonates. But I really can't help the fact that whenever you get a 40-year academic in a room, and I've just listened to an economist, especially a classical economist, I've got to say, pertaining to this industry, the only problem with classic economic theory is that it does not work. Classical economic theorists, no matter what the results are, no matter what the practical world is, they simply go on and say, well, you just didn't apply the theory right. The taxi industry is different from the standpoint that because we're dealing with an independent contractor driver,